President Donald Trump has now reversed his plan to significantly increase tariffs on Canada's steel and aluminium products. So Mr. Trump had said already today that he was prepared to double tariffs from 25 to 50%. He made the decision after the Canadian province of Ontario scrapped plans to introduce a 25% tariff on electricity sold to the US. So let's bring Ed Boyd in on this. It's a bit of whiplash this morning.
A lot of whiplash.
So there was a threat, to make America pay more for Canadian electricity. Trump said, if you do that, you're up to 50%. Canada's now said, OK, we won't do that. Trump's now said, OK, we go back to 25%.
This is
that
one
about
of the
the
things,
extent of it?
That's about the extent of it, and this is the thing that's got share markets and investors
rattled.
really worried because they don't know what to do.
That's right.
Policy decisions are being made like this, and it has big repercussion effects for financial markets. So
there's no certainty there. I mean, with good reason,
investors want certainty. They want to be able to make a strategy 12 years ahead. What can we expect? And then they make investment decisions. And right now, you can't make any decisions because you just have no idea what could happen in the next couple of hours.
Yeah, OK, let's get to the major story that concerns us, is that according to 9 newspapers, we will not be getting a carve-out.
Yep.
Were we ever going to is another question, but your thoughts on that?
I don't think we're ever going to. Looking at the value of our aluminium and steel, I've seen it. We don't have clear figures for last year, but it looks like they're worth about $1 billion of Australia's exports to America. So US importers will now pay a tariff on those products that are coming into the States at a 25% tariff, and the person that will end up paying the most is US consumers or businesses that are buying that steel and using it to manufacture into other sorts of items. So they're going to have a big increase in inflation in the month of March due to these tariffs. On our side, we do have a company, BlueScope Steel. They bought a steel mill in November 2015, just before Trump took over as president the first time around, and they've been expanding those operations substantially over the last 8 or 9 years or so and invested a lot of money.
So that's proven to be prophetic.
That's proven to be a very, very
Yeah.
good investment from 9 years ago to call that.
Yeah. So there's a touch of humour laced to this anyway when it comes to the our government's argument that they were banking on our trade surplus with the United States, that maybe we would get a pass. But in the absolute worst possible timing, that flipped, yesterday? So
Yesterday.
what's the detail there?
What it was a much bigger increase in gold exports from Australia to the United States. They ended up buying a lot more gold than they normally do off us. Our production has been higher. Gold prices have been really strong. Gold is actually at record highs because of all the market uncertainty. And America bought a lot more gold off Australia during the recent stats reading. And now we have a trade surplus with them. They have a deficit with us, which is the first time since the 1980s.
Amazing. So all this talk about maybe America going into recession, I'm not sure that they are there yet, but what does this happen with recession, with inflation too, just to close?
Look, it's all about consumers in America. If they get hit with all these higher prices, if they stop spending money, America's economy will slow down. It will fall into a recession. The US Fed may have to lift rates again, and it's going to put a dampening effect on the rest of the world.
Trump wants to put tax cuts, though, in play later on in the year, so maybe this is part of his plan.
Could be part of the plan. Not really sure.
Yeah, we'll see. Hey, thank you, Ed.